I want to set the table on how they categorize you men. And this is going to sound familiar because on the community post, I put bronze, silver, and gold. He describes it as treats, tricks, and sponsors.
Treats, tricks, or sponsors? Who to hustle? Are you a woman who just wants to be able to date various guys, get taken to nice places, get gifts even when it's not your birthday, and never have to come out of pocket when you're on a date? Then you want to be treated. Being treated is the easiest hustle because you can use it on multiple men at once.
Treats, okay? So that sounds a lot like bronze.
Ranging from those whom you have no romantic interest to those you crush on. If you don't like the whirlwind of dealing with various men, you can focus your energy and reserve it for that one guy who you want to take on as either a boyfriend or friend with benefits that hooks you up on the regular. Think of treaters as starter men when perfecting your game. Treaters aren't necessarily ballers. They are normal guys who don't mind doing what they can, but you can't push them past basic gifts or activities because they literally can't provide luxury things. Most men enjoy showing a woman a nice time, so no matter your confidence level, these men can be your gateway hustle until you muster the courage to get more.
Social media and women would like you guys to believe that they aren't trying to get money from men who are above average. They keep telling y'all that you ain't even got enough money to be scared of gold diggers. Gold diggers, we go for the top of the men. No. That's why I called it bronze, silver, and gold diggers, because they're going to take whatever your ass have. And that's why he was talking about treats. So yeah, so don't let these women brainwash you into letting your guard down because they want you to think that they're not looking for you. They absolutely are. That's why a lot of men are saved in their phones as food guy, or the guy who can fix my car for free. Some shit like that. Sounds a lot like bronze digging, right? Treats.
You a woman that wants to live an extravagant lifestyle and be spoiled by men with real wealth? Then you need a trick. Every woman says she wants luxury, but most should stay on the treated level because they don't have the mentality or seduction skills to impress a man with money. Tricks are usually well-traveled, extremely aggressive, and I've heard it all before, so you must be on an advanced level to separate them from their paper. This isn't to dissuade you, but to remind you to be realistic in your aspiration. If you're a woman that's simple, homely, and doesn't really want to put a lot of work into perfecting the right appearance and mastering the right conversational skills, then you're not going to reach this level. Tricks have addictive personalities and are usually very busy men who would rather spend money than time. They will give you almost anything you ask for, but they're not trying to keep you on the payroll. It's usually pay for play, not pay to stay. Are you a woman that needs assistance, not gifts? Maybe your tuition covered, your rent paid up for a few months, a car leased in your name, or business idea funded? If so, you're after a sponsor. These men are usually older and have I don't give a fuck money. Sponsors are more concerned with having a fantasy woman at their beck and call than having a trophy on their arm in public. Most of these men have girlfriends or wives, so if you're a jealous type, this isn't the avenue for you. Unlike treaters and tricks, sponsors are usually guys who you wouldn't be physically attracted to, or guys you have to play the side chick role for because they have a family. These flaws are part of their willingness to support a woman financially. Married men or men in long-time relationships get bored. They see something in you and they go for it in a very upfront way. Most won't lie about their other life. They'll put it in the open to see if you're okay with being the other woman. Why? Think about how stressful it is for the average man who cheats, having to cover tracks and worry about some crazy woman popping up at his job or his wife's yoga class with accusations. Adults have affairs, not screaming matches. Thus, the sponsor will make sure that you're on board before moving forward. It's a business arrangement. Sponsors are going to take care of you so long as you're cool with their truth. Unlike treaters and tricks, real sponsors aren't Joe Average. To have amassed enough money to finance a woman's lifestyle means he's not just a professional, but one that overachieved. In terms of self-esteem, sponsors who aren't lookers are usually those men that grew up wanting to fuck the prom queen, but they were never cute enough or popular enough. Money has changed that, and now their one wish is to pay to have the prom queen at their disposal. Don't let this intimidate you. As I said before, men are just big boys. The nerd from 9th grade who became a millionaire is still a nerd. It's in his DNA, and he can be seduced easier than you think if you know the right tactics. Most women say they have a sponsor, but 9 out of 10 just has a trick that is okay with giving her a few hundred here and there. That's not an authentic sugar daddy. I know hoes whose weekly bank transfers will make you basicals feel ashamed for bragging about your measly Cash App deposits. If you truly study this book, that's the level I will get you on. Most of the men you meet will be tricks, who you will have to convert to sponsors, as most extremely successful men aren't cruising the spots you go. Authentic sponsors aren't usually that social, which is another reason they want to take you away from the real world and set you up in a secluded apartment where they're the only ones with the address. It gives them a safe haven. Take a notepad and draw 3 columns.
Listen to this. He's telling the women to write down the different categories. And this is very important, guys. Treats, tricks, and sponsors.
And at the top of each column, list treat, trick, sponsor. Write out all the things you want from men, but more importantly, have the heart to go for practicality. Some of you want a new car, but would only have the heart to get your phone bill paid. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to make some Aladdin's lamp wish list just because you want to front as if you're about that life. Your list should be practical because this is what you will actually get. If you want a dinner buddy who takes you out whenever you feel like it, then write that down under treat. If you want to travel to different countries for free, write that down under trick. If you need $10,000 to start that cosmetic line you've been dreaming of, write that down under sponsor.
And what's funny about this book, again, it's written by a black man, but women co-sign it. So don't think that you could just write this shit off and be like, this don't happen. Yes, there are treats, tricks, and sponsors out there. There was a time. There was a time. Shout out to Lucky Number 11.
There was a time.
There was a time?
Mm-hmm. Take Brown Sugar back there, for example. She's pretty fucking foxy, right?
She's 70.
There was a time.
Where I used to be a treat, but I was sneaking in the process. A treat is a guy that take a woman out, nice restaurant, and I've explained this in multiple videos. Guys, I would tell women that I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was on my grind trying to finish up my degrees, and I just became very honest. I didn't want a relationship. I would tell women that. However, when they came over my house, they didn't need to bring their wallet. They didn't need to bring their purse. I got it. But that was only for a weekend. Okay? That's what a treat is. However, in this book, he's trying to teach women on how to do that to men without giving them booty. Okay? I wasn't going to go for that. I can't go for that. No. No, can't do that. We'll do more.
I can't go for that. No, can't do that. I can't go for that. All right, bitch, you're going too far. No, can't do